ready? You got me running, you got me running, got me running. Shake it, shake it, shake it, baby. Raise your hands up.
Hello, Sub-Zero. What's up with the mask there, guy?
Hey, you like it? It goes with my ensemble.
I mean, just so long as you don't freeze me there, Sub-Zero.
Oh God, Mortal Kombat. It was Sub-Zero, and didn't he have a brother?
Yeah, the yellow guy was Scorpion.
Scorpion, there it is.
The one that would like shoot that thing out of his hand. He's like, "Get over here!"
The governor said everyone got to wear a mask, so there you go.
Yeah, I mean, he says that, but like most of the sheriffs and police departments in the state said, "Yeah, we're not enforcing that, so go ahead and do what you want."
But better to be safe than sorry.
I'll be sorry. It's better to ask for forgiveness and permission.
Can you even hear me with this thing? Well, obviously, because we're going back and forth here.
I mean, you're a little muffled, but I can hear you better than when I'm in the outfield.
Well, I kind of don't want to take it off, but
Take it off, take it off, take it off, take it off. What did you do to your face?
So
Well,
it's so
cold. Avengers Endgame when
Oh.
Endgame when Ant-Man came back as a baby. They were trying the time travel thing.
So what happened was, let me tell you the story. So I finally got fed up because my hair was like getting bigger and bigger and bigger, kind of like my belly. And last week it was just like, okay, it's gonna be over 100 like all this week. Okay, I'm done with this. So went and got a haircut. Brought it back finally.
High and stupid, looking good.
So it's a bald fade, not exactly high and tight. And but then the barbers are not doing beards. You can cut someone's hair, but you can't cut their beard. Whatever. So the usually I get a 1 on the beard at the barber shop. So I have these little clippers here at the house, and I was like, okay, well, let me set it at 2, and then do what? No, but there's nothing I can do then. So here we go. It'll be back next week, I guarantee you.
Sure it will. Next time, start it at a 4. That way you have a little bit of wiggle room.
I can't count that high. But with the mask, the whole that fallout from Governor Newsom here. He said everyone's got to wear a mask, but dude, I was out like this weekend. I hardly saw anybody, and you were saying that like Sheriff Mike said something, yeah.
Yeah, Sheriff Boudreaux, Visalia PD chief. None of them are really. They've got more important things to do instead of enforcing something like a mask. They've got bad guys to chase.
Don't we all? Don't we all? And hey, Justin, do you think anyone has noticed that we're not in the office today?
Yeah, I mean, they probably caught on. Like, I'm in my bedroom / office. You're in your dining area. My dog's moving in the background.
Peaches, what are you doing, Peaches?
She's trying to crawl under the covers, I think.
How much of the AC you got going on in that house?
That's 78, but it's like 103 outside, isn't it?
78? Good Lord, I'm sweating just thinking about that. Holy crap. I think, what do we have it at? 72? 70? Because Sheldon says the perfect room temperature is 72. So.
I mean, I prefer it to be ice cold, but, my pocketbook says otherwise.
That's true. That's true. I will say that is the one good thing about solar. This getting solar panels on the house was more trouble than it's worth, but summertime out here, it is such a relief to have that as a backup. Well, not as a backup, but you know what I mean. Like it helps with the bill to come down a little bit.
So. I could see that. I was curious though. Like this weekend, it was relatively hot, and like I know like I was working at the Luau, Tommy's Luau on Saturday, and I'm curious, like, I'd like to see the electricity bill there, because we probably had 110 people at the Visalia Veterans Memorial Building, and
Hmm.
yeah, it was nice and cool in there.
Oh, really?
Oh
Oh my
yeah,
God! And that's a big space the vets building downtown.
yeah,
It's and if it was cool in there, oh Lord, I can only imagine.
yeah. Well, for a little bit, I was in the back helping the volunteers chop up fruit and stuff, and like the difference between the kitchen and then like everywhere else was
Hmm.
probably a solid like 30-degree jump.
Oh, kind
It
of
was,
steamy in the kitchen.
yeah. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. I was like, man, this is for the birds. Y'all can sit here and chop fruit. I'm gonna go serve drinks at the bar. You're all
Yeah.
minors. You can't do that. So
But Tommy's Luau, that was this past Saturday. So good turnout, good event.
yeah, it was awesome. They had great food. The Hanford Elks Lodge actually was the people that catered it. They had
Hmm.
made some like traditional like Hawaiian dishes. It was like some pulled pork stuff, and they had some. I think my wife called it huli huli pork or something. I'm not. I don't know. I ate it. It was good. They're sponsored by Pelican, so they had all kinds of great Pelican products for auction to help raise money for different veterans organizations there. They had
Okay.
gun cases, or rifle cases, pistol cases, ice chests. I think Ashley got a Sensi scent thing. It's like a lighthouse candle warmer or something or other. They had like
Hmm.
wine bottle gift sets that you could auction or bid on in the auction. They had 50-50 raffle that I think was like $300 or $400 by the end of the night. Yeah, it was a pretty legit thing. They had hula dancers there teaching people how to dance, and it was fun. Lots of people. It was solid entertainment between 6 and 10 o'clock, more or less. I think I didn't get home till probably like 10:45 or 11. Yeah, it was good. It was
Man.
good fun.
No, that's great to hear. The one time I actually buckled down, stayed in on a Saturday night to do my homework like a good little schoolboy, and then I missed that.
Yeah,
Awesome.
you were like the only one not there. Steve was there. Ashley was there. We had board members there. The only person, chief of staff, MIA.
Well, it wasn't an official ACVH event.
I mean, we were officially helping, but
I gotta, look out for me and number one, you know what I'm saying? As I spit a
that was
tune.
yeah. Tambourines
That's
can't count.
this is why I'm in school. I'm still learning. But Tommy's Luau, so for folks who don't know, I think we talked about it a little bit last week. Tommy's Luau is a celebration of life for one of our former Navy SEALs, or fallen Navy SEALs from the Visalia area, Tommy. And this is a annual event that his mother puts together with some volunteers, and they basically raise funds and donate to different VSOs in the area.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's a great cause, great organization. One day, I hope to actually, when you actually get out there, um, it's 100 people, 110, 120 people. I mean, that's a great turnout. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
The
So
and
last year, last year I volunteered as well, helping out at the event. It's actually the same day as last year's 20K. But I did the 20K with you guys in the morning, and then Ashley and I went and worked the event in the evening. And we had like 40 people last year, and we had like 100 people this year. So
wow,
it was a great turnout. It was awesome.
that's good. That's good. The 20K. Wow, seems like so long ago we did the 20K. And I'm not even talking about the commercial that aired last Saturday. I'm talking about the actual 20K event from last year. But yeah, the video turned out well. Got a lot of responses.
Yeah. So Ashley and I have been trying to figure out who did the voiceover, because
You'll never guess.
we got told it was somebody from your office, and we couldn't. She, for the life of her, couldn't figure out who.
That's because one of our wonderful community helpers, Miss Martha from COS Tulare,
Oh.
was the voice of the video, and it's just, man, every time we're on a Zoom meeting at work and she starts talking, I just kind of get lost in her voice. And I'm saying that as my wife is not around, hopefully. No, it's just she has a really nice voice, and it's like, oh my God, we thought she'd be perfect for to convey our message on the video. So we wanted to ask her, and she was like, "Oh yes, absolutely." So pretty sure I want to make my own animated film just so I could cast her for a voice of something, a main character.
Yeah, I mean, she did pretty good. I think Rosario Dawson might have been a little bit better, but I think she's busy at this time of year doing like Mandalorian or something. So
I mean, I'm assuming you reached out to her.
No, I
first.
did.
Okay.
I did, but yeah, she said with Mandalorian type stuff going on, and it's like, all right, I guess I understand. Next year.
So, and little birdie told me not too long ago, you know the website and the app IMDb, International Movie Database?
Yes.
So apparently they have a membership thing where if you pay for IMDb Pro and create an account on there and pay like I don't know how much it is a month, whatever. I'm sure it's not cheap, but you pay for that and then you will get a contact list for celebrities so you can hit up their like publicist to try to schedule contact like via Zoom or via, hey, we're having this event, we'd love to have your client come out and attend. Da 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 da. Someone told me about that a long time ago. I can't remember who, but I don't know if they were just yanking my chain or what. But
I mean, we're gonna get Dwayne Johnson at an event, or
that's what I'm saying.
That like, that would be pretty legit. I'd be like,
Tommy's Luau having The Rock over there.
No. It would be at like an ACVH event, obviously. He could like rock bottom.
At the family events.
Family event.
Or like, hey, really. Well, I was like, Michael Phelps isn't on IMDb, is he? I'm like, invite Michael Phelps to our AK. It's like this ain't swimming. I'm sure he can still.
As he jogs by you, it's like, damn, when did he become a land shark?
It's worth a shot. Oh, but yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh, I didn't actually. What? Huh?
What?
Okay.
Dwayne Johnson at the next event.
Okay. This is what we're gonna go for.
Aim big.
So I know I'm not the best co-host as well, I mean, yeah, but I should probably keep you informed of who I'm trying to bring onto the show. I will, maybe it just takes a little bit more. If maybe I wrote an email to Rosario Dawson's people, maybe we can get her on the show.
Maybe, or like giving me more than a 10 minutes heads up before everything starts. Oh, by the way, this is whoever is going to be on today, and this is what we're talking about. I'm like, I could have planned like more than 10 minutes ahead of time.
You're welcome. So without further ado, I will bring on, we will bring on right here the state commander for DAV, Mr. Michael Kerr. And boom, here he is, State Commander Michael Kerr. Welcome to the program. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
So, I mean, big fan. I know I received my yearly DAV package in the mail saying, hi, we noticed you haven't donated in a while. Here's some return labels, and how about some money? And I'm like, oh, all right, whatever. Send it in. But, I mean, honestly, I been a fan of DAV for a long time. I'm shouldn't admit this, and I'm probably going to edit this out later, but I personally, when I think of VSOs, I think of AMVETs and VFW, whatever. I think, for me personally, DAV kind of gets left by the wayside. And but could you tell us a little bit more about what DAV is, what it stands for, and basically how can we learn a little bit more information?
Sure. The DAV, it's the Disabled American Veterans. It actually was started in 1920 as the Disabled American Veterans of Foreign Wars, because it was started right after World War I. In fact, we're doing our 100th anniversary this year, or we were going to, but obviously with the COVID crisis, we have had to postpone or cancel almost all of the major functions. In fact, our national convention was coming up in August, and that was recently canceled. And our state convention was canceled in late May. So,
wow.
So for me, I become the new trivia question, or 100-year history of a California DAV. I'll be the first 2-year commander, so you guys can throw that around.
Yeah.
Get some strength from your friends. But yeah, no, we are a rather large VSO. We've most recently had about 1.3 million members nationwide. We have about 73,000 here in California. We are a rather large organization that is always advocating for the best possible benefits for our disabled veterans. We feel that they have sacrificed so much for our country in wartime and at other times, and that they should be fully compensated for their loss and their suffering, and they should also get the best quality of care to treat the injuries that they've suffered while they were in service.
Absolutely. Because I think I was told when I first got out, I needed to go to either find a DAV or find my county VSO to start my disability claim. And of course, I went to the county VSO because I'm like, I don't know what DAV is. I'll go see this guy. But then my understanding later, hey, you should come talk to us at DAV. We'll help you with your claim. And it's like, oh well, I already got a claim. And it's like, no, we can help you with your claim.
Agreed. And in fact, our main local service officer is Mario Flores. He has an office at the Veterans Hospital here in Fresno. In fact, he is the only VSO working in the hospital right now. So anybody trying to get benefits through the VA who are trying to use a VSO here in the Valley will probably be going through the DAV. He is working. He's a former Marine, retired. So you can imagine he is there morning, noon, and night. He fields phone calls in his free time, which we don't advocate for because he's salaried. But yeah, so that's the same thing is even if you have benefits, you should probably talk to Mario or your local VSO, wherever you're at, and maybe have them do a review of your packet, because whoever did it and submitted your packet initially may not have known everything. They may not know the current laws, the things that have been updated since they filed. And so if they submit their packet to one of the VSOs, then they can actually make a better current assessment and maybe get an appeal or put in a new claim, depending on what they find in those files.
Okay, right on. Mario Flores, that name sounds so familiar to me. And as I'm thinking about it, boom, there he was. He joined us at our inaugural 8K fundraiser last year for ACVH. And yep, I remember I was 6 in the morning. I'm barely awake. Got a couple of volunteers over here. We're trying to push the transients out of the way at the park. And then here comes this guy, green on green, moto as all ever. And I'm like, who is this guy? Mr. Mario.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm the treasurer for our local DAV chapter. We meet at the VA hospital in other conditions when COVID's not an issue, but the third Tuesday of every month we meet at about 5:30 over in one of the new buildings over at the VA hospital, the mental health building. So you can see how it's very apropos.
Right.
So yeah, we sent Mario down to represent our chapter since we helped you guys out last year with that event, and he can't stop running. He's the Energizer Bunny, and he's usually up at 3 or 4 in the morning anyway. So if you're there at 6, he's probably already been up for a while, read a novel and read a couple Bible verses. He's good to go.
Man, I was reading about Mark Wahlberg's schedule when he gets up at like 2:30 or 3 o'clock, and that's when he starts his day. And I'm like, okay, I didn't even do that when I was active, so trying to do that now. Good.
I was talking to my son last night, and it was 10 o'clock, and I'm like, old man's going to go to bed. And he's like, Dad, it's Father's Day. Why don't you stay up? I'm like, because one of us has to get up at 6. He's like, oh, yeah, that isn't me. he's like, I'll be going to bed around then. I'm like, yeah, you're a teenager. That's what you do.
Oh, I remember putting those all-nighters, and then PT at 05. No problem. Who cares?
Oh, yeah. Oh, back in my early 20s, yeah, drink until 2 and then formation at 4:30. There's no problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Part to the PT field.
Some of my best PFTs was after a night on the town. I was like, Justin here was Army, myself Marine. Michael, what branch were you in?
I was an Army as well.
Oh, okay. Well, we forgive you. The
But you probably can't understand it.
Yeah. I'm always outnumbered everywhere I go. Okay, I'm taking a
What
pause.
was your job in the Army?
Say again?
What was your job in the Army?
I was a satellite systems engineer. So I got to sit in an air-conditioned building while you guys ran around and played dirt dart.
Yeah.
So I had some of those experiences, right? So I was a medic, but so for a short period when I was in the Middle East, they kept me in the aid station. They found out that I had like actual hospital experience. The PA was like, "Nah, you're coming with me. You're working in the aid station." And when we came back, they were like, "We got a new PA." So they're like, "No, you're going to the line out of here." So
Mm-hmm.
Charlie Battery. So yeah.
And then I was a smart dum-dum doing this while the cannon cockers pulled the string, go boom.
I was with those cannon cockers,
Mm-hmm.
helping them sling rounds because I'm not a small person. So
that's why I always had
in fact, the person who introduced me to you guys was one of those combat engineers.
Mm-hmm.
Click, click, boom. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. One of those that kind of just do this number and hit it with your feet. Try to, okay, where is it? Yeah. We love our engineers, of course, but
all right, everybody knows artillery is the king of battle.
That's right. That's right. And I'm just simply a court gesture. Justin, look up at the camera and ask the question.
I was trying to read the damn text messages.
Can I do this all the time too?
Woo!
Good times.
You don't have as much forehead as me.
High gloss.
Put some sunblock on that thing. God.
That's for.
Here we go.
Anyway, so how can we get involved, or how can someone get involved with DAV?
So we're doing events all the time. Like I said earlier, we have local chapters throughout the valley, throughout the nation for that matter. But the easiest way is to go to a meeting, see what we're about. If you go to the DAV national website, dav.org, they will have where all the local chapters are, so you can see where one is. Yeah, you can do that. That in later.
Hopefully my editor can put the logo right there.
That'd be good. I would appreciate that. So you can go to the website. They did raise the annual, or not the annual, but the lifetime dues as of January. And that's one of the nice things about our organization is we have a lifetime due rather than a renewing or continual. You can sign up for as little as $10. We can do it all through the phone if we want to. I have it download our membership site. You can just sign up and it's as easy as that. And like I said, go to meetings. If you're a local disabled vet in the area and you know of needs, even if you're not a disabled vet, we always have people who provide services come to our meetings, talk to our veterans who are in the meeting so they can get a better idea of what other kind of services are available to them in the local community. Try to do a little bit of outreach like that. We always have car shows, the event you guys had last year with the run. We're always trying to add ourselves into those kind of things and get a little free publicity when we can, just because it's such a great mission, like I said, with trying to advocate for the disabled veterans we have here in this country and then more specifically in this valley.
The thing that really got us with A Combat Veterans Hope was some of the bigger organizations like Wounded Warrior kind of overlooked the Central Valley. I know I was part of Wounded Warrior for a little bit, and it's always had to drive down to LA or drive up to San Fran, whatever. The Central Valley kind of gets, it's a flyover part of the state. I mean, there's not a lot here as far as like the outside thinking about what we can do here. But DAV and DAV Charities they're separate entities that work together. Could you explain that? Because my contact with DAV Charities, I think he's explained it to me like 3 or 4 times. It's still, and now he's going to watch this and he's going to be like, "What? I told him already." No,
it's okay. You're a Marine. We forgive you. You guys don't understand things.
It's all right here. Could you talk a little bit about the differences between DAV and DAV Charities?
Right. So the DAV is a national organization. The DAV, Department of California, obviously represents California, and then I am also a member of the Fresno chapter of the DAV. So the Fresno chapter concentrates on the Central Valley and events and things that go on here in the Valley. Obviously, Department of California focuses on all of California. So obviously with, you know, a major hub of veterans getting out in San Diego, you know, you got Oakland, there's a lot of focus in those kind of areas because you just have more veterans. But we also have a very solid presence of veterans here in the Fresno area. So the DAV is always trying to balance that out. We always are putting through, any chapter can put through resolutions up through our state and our national to try and get things on our state or national agenda to try and push through legislation. We're always, in fact, I met with several congressmen and representatives back in January when we went out to DC and did our national event out there. The DAV Charities is a separate organization, although our charter is that we, you know, help support the DAV as a department here in California. But we have a local thrift store down on Van Ness, down on downtown. There's right across from the Bitwise there. And we just reopened last week. And our mission is to support local disabled vets and similar type causes. So traditionally, a big chunk of our profits have gone to supporting the VA hospital and getting them things that aren't under their charter that they're not allowed to get. You know, things like we've done charging stations for iPhones and tablets and stuff like that, because a lot of the times, you know, the veterans getting taken care of, but if they're in a bad way and they've got family sitting there for several days, they need a way to just charge their stuff. So we do things like that. We've had wheelchair scales, you know, buying things for their PT room, things like that, that they weren't able to get through their normal appropriations bill. So that happens. We've also, you know, like I've said, the charities issued you guys a check last year. We've done events down in Lemoore at the naval base. We've, you know, shown up at the local car shows. Just whatever comes up, we usually vote for items like that as a membership. So at our monthly meeting, we will have somebody, usually our adjutant will bring up any requests that have come in since our last meeting. We will discuss them, and then our membership will get to vote. So everybody has a vote. And that's one of the reasons why becoming a member and going to the meetings is important, because you actually have a voice when you come to the meeting. You can help steer where we're going with the funds that we have as the DAV chapter. And then obviously the charities is separate, but you know, it's a lot of the same people that are involved. So if there's a need that comes through and somebody wants to request something from the DAV itself, and it's not something that falls within our mission, we can always kind of whisper over to the charities and see if it's something that falls within their mission. So we usually have a chance where we can kind of double dip on those kind of things. And we've even had, last year, we had a rather large ask for something. We actually split it between the chapter and the charity. So we have a really good working relationship.
Okay, that's awesome. That is awesome. Now I have it on film here, so now I'm not going to forget.
I don't believe him, Justin.
Forgot.
And then, where's the tape? Oh my God! No.
What tape?
So one of the things we have done that I don't know that we're going to do this year is, but we've done an annual golf tournament for a while, and what we've done with that is we partnered up with another nonprofit, Segs for Vet, not sex. I know a lot of people get excited, Segs as in segways. The Segs for Vets, we would do the tournament, and with the money and the proceeds that would come from the tournament over at Fort Washington Country Club, we would give the proceeds over to the Segs for Vets so they could actually buy segways and their alley chairs for local disabled vets here in the Valley.
Okay.
In fact, you may have seen in the last couple of years some commercials where we had a local teacher who, I believe he had MS, who was a military veteran. We were able to pass the funds through, and they got him a Segway, so he was able to travel on campus and completely changed his life. And those are the kind of things we do. Is, you know, even if we can't do stuff, we try to partner with people who can help us accomplish the goal.
Wow, that is amazing. I would have never thought about segways as a mode of like an actual mode of transportation, other than we're in Hawaii or LA and we're gonna go right around town a little bit. But I mean that is a legitimate source of transportation. I can
Yeah,
see
well, I've talked
absolutely
to the
why we help.
founders. I've met with them several times, and the purpose behind it for them is when somebody's in a wheelchair, you're literally looking down at them.
Mhm.
And so by putting them in a standing position in one of these segways, they're raised up, they're higher. You literally have to look up to them, and it really changes their outlook on life.
Oh, totally. Hmm.
And that's one of the reasons why we really want to support that.
That is awesome.
We, as a department here in California, are one of the larger donors to that program as well.
Okay, right on.
Well, aside
Segs for
from that-
vets. I like it.
Yeah. So aside from that, what are some of the other benefits of joining DAV?
Besides the camaraderie, obviously, people join the military because they usually, wanted the camaraderie. They wanted like-minded individuals around them, but it's really kind of hard to find once you get out of the service. And so a lot of times they just want to go to a meeting. They want to be around those kind of people who have the same mentality as them. So that's a lot of what we do. But like I was saying earlier, our main mission is to support any advocacy for disabled vets, whether it's local, state, or national. We do that usually by having our state and national conventions where we determine what our mission is going forward for that year. We let our brick and mortar people out on the East Coast know this is the agenda, this is what the membership wants to push forward, and that's what we all strive to do.
Awesome.
So-
awesome.
For instance, CJ said earlier he gets stuff in the mail from you guys. I'm not a member. Because I'm not straight up not a member.
I'm not a member either.
Well, you said you were, so now you're a liar mouth. But how could someone become a member of DAV?
The easiest way is you can, like I said, come to our chapter and we can just sign you up right there. We can either do it by paper or now they've made it even easier where we can do it straight from our phones and our tablets. I have it saved as just an icon on my phone so I can pull it up anytime I want. Also, like I said, you can go to the DAV.org website and they will have a tab there or a page for membership. I believe it's about $300 per year, or not per year, sorry, as a one-time sign-up fee. However, it is tiered based on age, but you guys looking at your age probably. But the nice thing about it is you don't have to pay it all at once. You can pay as little as $10 and then put it on a plan so you can space it out. So you still have, you can afford your beer for the next couple of years if you want to and still become a member.
That is important. That is very important. You
gotta
gotta stay
have
hydrated.
Highly.
Yeah, we're in the valley. It gets hot. I get you.
It is a warm one out there today. And as you two were going on, I swear I was paying attention, but I found it. DAV.org. It's awesome.
Perfect.
Like,
Great. We can't even read it. That's awesome. Good job, TJ.
you're welcome.
In fact, we've just gotten the charities, the DAV charities we've gotten on Instagram. So you can see a lot of the stuff that we've gone in that we're featuring and go down to the store and pick yourself some good stuff on a discount.
I can't say it took a little bit just because I don't tend to go north of the 198 and here in Visalia, but I did find the DAV charity store last month when we were making some contactless deliveries for an event that we were doing, a virtual event for ACVH, and we did stop and make a donation for the charities thing. It's just like what is it called over here? We have Rescue Treasures and the Visalia Rescue Mission here, but I was like, nope, I'm going to Fresno to support DAV.
I appreciate that.
Next step, join the membership.
Yeah. Well, my mom's a Navy veteran, and I just went up and visited her for the weekend. And every time I go up there, she gives me a bunch of stuff to bring back here to donate to the store as well.
Okay.
So I've even got her on board with it.
Hopefully, this next time we have the AK, we'll be able to have the DAV truck over there. So if anyone wants to donate, we can invite other folks to come out and make a donation. That way, if they don't want to drive all the way to Fresno, although why wouldn't you want to go all the way to Fresno? That's where Chick-fil-A is, right, Justin?
Because they don't want an inferior chicken sandwich and they can just go to Popeyes. Right, CJ?
We have company. We don't I mean, we have company.
The parents are arguing again.
Chick-fil-A is better. So I think that is going to do for us here. Commander Kerr, State Commander of the DAV of California, thank you so much for coming on, and it has been a sincere pleasure.
Thank you for having me, guys. I appreciate it. Continue the good work.
So, wow, great information. That's a lot of information.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Like DAV was so like. There's a lot more to it than just.
It's huge. I didn't know they had that many that many members. How much they actually did, or all that kind of stuff. I had no idea.
Yeah,
that's plus members nationwide. You said, right?
Like wow, numbers we will never get to. Well, I mean, I don't know. If we can get The Rock to come body slam kids at the family event, sure our numbers would go up.
Yeah, we talk about I want to be body slammed by The Rock.
That's wrong. That's a lot of wrong there. Hey, I meant to ask you earlier. Now, for the rest of the day, I'm just gonna think about that. The people's elbow, bam, Justin. Oh, did you hear the Undertaker retired?
About time. He's like 65 years old.
After 30 years, he's done with WWE. Gonna go ahead and sail out to the pasture.
Yeah, Medi-Cal probably told him they wouldn't cover him anymore if he kept wrestling.
I mean, it's been so long since, but I saw that. I saw that on Facebook earlier. I was like, wow, I didn't know he was still going at it.
Well, I mean, you would think if the man can, draw in his Social Security, he should probably retire.
But Ric Flair's still going. Woo! Yeah.
Well, hey, not everybody's Ric Flair, all right?
Oh, but speaking of things I saw on Facebook / you were at the Vets building the other day, I had heard a rumor about our veteran statue at the Memorial Building. Is there anything going on with that? I
heard the same rumor that it was being defaced with that it had been defaced with a bunch of other monuments around the country. And when I was there on Saturday, the memorial statue was still standing tall and proud. So,
okay.
As far as I know, it's still good.
Okay, good. Heard something. I was like, drive all the way over there? No, I just heard about it like right before we got on here. So
yeah. From my understanding, there are videos from when it was defaced the last time a few years back, and they're just kind of being recycled.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. People don't fact check anything, so
yeah,
awesome. Yeah. So I know you're like your house, and I'm like at my house because. Again, we're not at the office, but
because you forgot your keys, so
we made it all the way through the episode without that information until now. Thank you for that.
Best for last.
I don't know about you, but I'm gonna go ahead and leave my house, and I can tell you the one place I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go to Popeyes, but. Let's see where the wind takes me.
Sub-Zero.
So, I think that'll do it for us today. And videos right there, and right there, right there, and right there. Justin, you have to make noise so the screen will go to you.
Yeah, they're here or here.
There you go. Awesome.
In these general vicinities. There we go.
Well, thanks for watching, everyone. We'll catch you next week.
You ready? Yeah, you got me running, got me running. Shake it, shake it, shake it.